she's a blessing to everybody. She was the first grandbaby on her father Jason's side. And I remember Jason hollering saying, it was the nurse, she said, oh my God, she's got the longest eyelashes. And then Jason was like, she got them for me, you know.
Bossy, loud. Yeah, she was in control of everybody. She stayed the same. She was blunt. She just told you like it was. Yeah, having two older brothers, that didn't help her attitude none, but yeah, she was good.
Oh, was she like the youngest one?
She was the baby.
Shamari was very energetic. He was one of those kids to where he could go outside and play, but you had to watch him because he'd be flipping off houses, off cars, like a neighborhood leader. He took kids up under his wing, even though they were his age. You know, bring them to the house and make sure they ate.
And she had a mean streak to her, but that was only when she had to, you know, and that was if she bothered, or she was protective, you know. She loved who she loved, that's who she loved, no matter who it was, how they were. You know, me and her dad, you know, went through some things and addiction and stuff like that, and she was right there with us all the time, you know.
She was everybody's counselor, and she backed anybody up if somebody thought they were in the wrong and she knew better. She'd be in the principal's office every day, not because they called her in there, but because she was going there and telling them how she felt. And she wore her heart on her sleeves. Like, she always made sure everybody else was okay and took care of everybody else.
He was excited. I remember when he called and told me that Hallie was pregnant and the name they had chose. I think he was telling me that he thought I was going to be mad because it didn't include my name. But I was more stuck on where they get Atlee from, you know. But he was happy. He was happy. That day changed my baby's life. He was no longer, I don't know if he would word it as he became selfless more. And yeah, it was that was his world. That little girl is and was his world.
Selena was my mini. Selena, Sabra is my mini Charlotte, and Selena was my mini me, you know. And that was my little Makenzie, she took over my baby when I brought him home chubby, and I mean, she loves kids, you know. I mean, you couldn't tell her. I could not tell her nothing about that baby. That was her baby. I just had him. And then, you know, Selena, I mean, her and Sabra, they grew up together, you know. I mean, there's so many memories with Selena and Sabra, you know, just watching them two grow up in the back seat on road trips, you know. Too much got took too soon. Like, there's just a big gap in the family now.
That was my little mini me.
What was the best fun time that you had?
Whew, I think there's too many.
Yeah, so many to count.
Too many. It's just, you know, it's crazy.
Very close to Selena as well?
Oh yeah, both of them.
How were those times?
You know, me and Selena, we have more memories because we're closer in age, but I'm gonna cry.
Shamari was like a father figure to me and my oldest sister. He was just like, you know, he always stayed on to us, you know, but yeah, he was always a father figure. Like, I feel like I lost a brother, and also, you know, somebody was like a father to me.
Shamari, he was laid back. He was one of my laid back grandsons. He was like I said, he was my first oldest, and I mean, really, it don't seem like this is real. I mean, all of this, but
it's just, I mean, he was dear to my heart. I mean, he was my heart, and I'll forever miss him. Sometimes I walk through my house when I'm there by myself, and I can repeat how he used to talk. I got the sound of his voice, and like I said, I can walk through my house, and I can get his voice, Grandma, and I that's what I do sometimes. When I'm at home, I repeat just the way he used to always call and talk to me, Grandma. And like I said, I mean, it's heartbreaking, and like I said, he'll be forever missed. So I know, he's up, smiling down upon us with my mom and other relatives that we've lost. So I know he's in a better place.
Callie worked in my department under me, and work just isn't the same. I mean, life just isn't the same without her. She made work fun. She made work interesting. She always come in with a smile, and she was funny because, that guest, when they would come in and they would ask for something, she would come in the back and she'd say, "Oh my God, they're asking for a cup of ice. They get on my nerves." But as soon as she got to that double door, she'd be like, "Here you go. Thank you, sir. Good luck. You have a great day." It all changed. Her demeanor changed, and that was just Callie. She was great.
I sure miss going down there and seeing her smiling face and crazy jokes she would crack every time I did go down there. She's a sweetheart.
And I'm her aunt, Maxine, or Beth's aunt, I guess, Anyway, I just want to say that she's missed every day. I mean, it doesn't even seem real some days. Some days you wake up and you're thinking, no, this can't happen. That's just not right. But she's gone, and we still miss her every day. And I know her, Beth, Jackson, and Taylor, and Jason, they are still having a real hard time, and they will for a long time, I'm sure. But it just seems like it was something senseless that shouldn't have ever happened, and that's the hardest part for me, because I hate to see my babies hurt, and they still hurt.
My name is Erica, and I am Callie's Tittle, and I called Callie Wummy. Callie was a very special, very beautiful young lady, not to just her family, but to everyone that she met, and it was a major loss to all of us. She touched many people's lives. She touched everybody's heart. She was outspoken. She was everything, and she's really missed. All four of them are. I knew a couple of them. I knew Selena and Shamari, and I don't think I'd ever met Makenzie, but they were all really good friends to her, and we miss them all every day. Just everybody keep us in your prayers, us and the other three families, because it's definitely been a long, hard year.
I'm Jaden. Callie was my cousin. I was really close to her. It hurts now that she's gone at a young age. And that's why you don't drink and drive. She was a really good person. She was very beautiful.
Tonight you don't ask over.
She had a lot of charisma. She wasn't taking no crap from nobody, and she wasn't gonna let nobody bully, pick on nobody either. She was all about fairness. She loved hard. She showed a hard love. That's how we were raised growing up, both of us. We were 8 days apart, but she's my cousin, though I looked at her as my sister. But we fought like a brother and sister. We went parts of our lives not talking to each other, mad at each other. But as we got older, we grew closer. We always told each other we was gonna try to do our best to keep our family together. Because as the world goes on, you lose people. She's someone I definitely didn't think that I'd lose this early. but I know that, you know, she impacted my life in a very crucial way. Not just mine, you know, others, you know, so did everybody else here, you know, all these people here, all the 4 people that were involved, you know, impacted a lot of people's lives, not just, you know, just mine. You know, everybody's here. You can see it's turned into a pretty good, you know, turnout, and you can see the love and just what all these people brought to the table. For all these people to come here and support them, it truly shows, you know, what, you know, that these people really meant a lot to a lot of people, you know. But it's me speaking on, you know, Khali Ann. She was a part of me that, you know, I will forever, you know, lack and miss. But, you know, I know that she would want me to grow and try to be stronger and do my best to, you know, try to keep, you know, her family, our family all together. The best to, you know, we've always talked about doing. You know, and I'm gonna always do my best to try to keep that promise. You know, because, you know, we made a promise to each other, but. Overall, she'll never be forgotten. I promise. You know, it doesn't matter. If I make it to be 75, 85 years old one day, I'll never be able to. I promise you, I will never forget. She will always, you know, have highlights in my life that I will never forget. But she's definitely somebody I'm gonna miss, and I truly hope I see one day. So.
I can't believe it's almost been a year since you've been gone, Makenzie. The day you left, it changed our family forever. You were so young. You should still be here with us, with your mom, with your brothers. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about you. And we love you so much. And we wish you were still here with us, baby girl. Just know TT will always love you.
That day changed my life forever. Just hearing her, just her voice. And I always hear mama, mama. The little things you never think what I miss the most. I lost my mom when I was 18, my senior year, and I thought that was rough. This year, yeah, can't even explain it.
Shamari was a good young man. Shamari was a good young man. He was. He didn't bother people. And he always tried to keep peace among his friends. You know how some boys can go to school together and then, for whatever reason, they dislike each other now that they're grown and stuff. He always brought his friends that he went to school with together. Always. That was, yeah, always.
We was really close. We probably had our little problems, but we always bounced back. That was like my best friend. He was close to my brothers. I know one thing that he loved the most was his daughter. It's something he always talked to me about was his daughter. His daughter. Every time we talked, that's the main topic was his daughter, and he loves his daughter still to this day. He's watching over everybody. Shamari, you're missed. We all love you, and we'll soon see you again.
4 of these young people today. You know, Makenzie was my student, and I was her principal. But one thing that I learned from Makenzie is she stood up for what was right, and she didn't mind telling me about it as well. And I shared with her mother last year of a specific instance, or actually a couple. She had been mad at me just right before everything had happened because the virtual days or something like that. I can't even exactly remember why now, but I remember she had told me exactly what she thought. And in other incidents, when she thought some things were being done wrong, she came in my office, she closed the door, she vented, she cried, and she told me how it was. And she was right. We miss them all every day. I miss my daughter every day. Embrace her one more time. Say something. But they were all special to us. You know what I'm saying? They were too young. I'd rather it been me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take me. It's my daughter. All of these poor ladies.
Squeeze. Squeeze.
My goal is to let everybody know that there was a Khali in case they told them that was here. That she was young, bright, and beautiful. She was just 20 years old. And she was probably one of the best people that she's ever going to meet. Her life was short and been taken away by someone who's been here driving.
Don't be so selfish to where you're that inconsiderate to other people on the road. There's people's children on the road. There's people's parents, grandparents, family that are on the road. So before you make an irresponsible decision and get behind the wheel under the influence, stay where you're at. Call somebody. I don't know if y'all have Uber here, but there's don't get behind the wheel under the influence of anything. That took my baby and 3 more babies away from families. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Don't call and drive. Anything that takes your distraction, that distracts you from your driving, don't do it. Don't do it. Because I don't wish the way I feel on nobody.
No. It's not safe, it's not worth it.
Yeah. It's selfish.
Very selfish. You can share it. I mean, you're gonna drink, stay at home. It's just that simple.
So everybody out there, if you drink, just stay home. Or if you have that feeling or not to do it, go with that first feeling.
That doesn't get job. Yeah. The consequences. Families that you end up hurting.
Don't drink and drive. I don't care if you've had one drink that you think you can control it. Don't do it. Please give the keys to somebody else. You never know. You never know. And it won't just be affecting your life. Like, this brought 4 families together. I don't know Khali's family. I don't know Mari's family. I met them at the rallies and everything else, you know, but it's not something that should bring families together. So please, before you get in the car and drive, don't drink, don't do it. Just don't do it.